Okay, there we go. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's been so long that my OBS forgot that my mic existed, so sorry about that. Nothing crazy or nothing. There we go. Okay, good. Good stuff. Also, Vase, what's up? Good to see you. Yeah, I was playing. What was I saying? Yeah, Shino back out again on the stream. I was wanting to do one before I left for last weekend, but I kind of stuff happened, so oh well. It's life, you know. But yeah, I'm back. Was planning to do one tomorrow. Per usual. Probably gonna do Gaku and Owl Master because the new character came out right before the right before I left, unfortunately. So didn't get to do the usual pull for her while on the first day sort of thing. But I did get her. Spoiler warning, by the way. Did get her in 30 pulls, so was very lucky there. But we'll do that tomorrow. Today I just kind of wanted to do some more chatting stream, talk about my stuff, talk about how ACen Anime Central went really well. It was very fun. Nice to catch up with some people, meet some people that I haven't met since like God, years. So been fun catching up with them. But yeah, I think we'll do some driving, we'll do some yapping. I don't know how long this will be, but depending on how long everything is, we'll just keep it played by ear. Also, yeah, it's good seeing you too. Listen while working. Working people, you suckers. Let me get the game running first, because I don't need to get the game pulled up. Right. But yeah, I saw you were continuing your Undertale stream. I wanted to watch that. Haven't had the chance to watch the VOD yet, but hope you're doing well on that one. I don't know if I need to play it, because like I've watched so many streams of it that I'm just like, I don't really, like, sure, maybe get the experience sort of thing, but like, might as well just wait until they release Deltarune and just really get this sort of everything going. Also, I just realized I might have to set up everything in terms of audio, so let me do that for the game. Let me switch over to the game. PC game. A PC game. Yeah, see, it's not even there. I love that. Let me just do the this one. And then we do the game capture. And we do the properties. Not Chicory, we're not playing that today. Trucks. That work? Is that working? Is that good? Yeah, there we go. You got all the gangs. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking of one more long stream and I'll be done with Undertale, then I gotta do Deltarune this weekend. Yeah, that is coming up pretty soon, isn't it? Like late June-ish? Around the same time as Uma Musume, actually, so I'm excited for that. Once that comes out, I'll definitely get it and get the full Deltarune experience. I don't know, did they say how many chapters it was? I think, I remember, I mean, the first are already out. Like, 3? Was it 3 or 4? I don't remember. June 6th. Oh, that's even earlier, okay. I don't know why in my mind I was like June 26th. That's probably get that confused with the Uma dates. But yeah, June 6th for chapter 3 and 4. Okay, well, yeah, there we go. Might get ready for that. Yeah, because it's already late May. Kind of realized that when I was looking at dates for stuff, so it's not spoiler warning, but hey, I made it to the final round for my interview, so that was pretty neat. So I got that all squared up and scheduled, and they were scheduling it for next week, and it's next week is already going to be like late June, and then or late May, and then it's going to be June. It's like, what the heck? How did that happen? Time is not real for sure. It is. Time flies. Yeah, no, I just got the email for that. Oh, it's this song again. I like this song though. Yeah, I just got the email today, and I was like, every time I get an email now, I'm just like always just ready for it to be like a rejection email, and it's like, I was like, saw who's from. I was like, oh boy, here we go. And then everybody's like, oh, we'd love to invite you to the next round of interviews. And I'm like, oh yay, we did it. So that's the last round. So you know, if that goes well, I'll have a job. So that'll be pretty nice to have money. Speaking of money, God, yeah, starting to talk about ACen. It was fun. It was lots of fun. I stayed at a hotel, even though it is kind of technically my local con. Like, it still takes like an hour to get to the convention center, so I was just like, let me just book a hotel this year. And like, one of my friends from college reached out and asked if he wanted to, and he's not local, so he's like asking if we wanted to share a room together. And I was like, sure, totally down. So we did that. And yeah, I got to catch up with him because it's been a while since I've talked with him. Probably since right after I graduated, so like tomorrow. I'm not gonna name dates, but long time ago. So that was it's fun kind of catching up with him. It's been a long time since I played this game, so I forgot how to drive apparently. Forgot how to drive in Truck Sim. That's okay. But yeah, I spent a lot of money, more than I thought I would. I was doing well until the last day. So I should really say. I guess I might as well say this. So my friend is actually, he actually works as a. Oh, this is the same song. I was like, what the heck is this? A remix of a different song? Yeah, my friend works as a editor for manga actually, so that's pretty neat. So he actually does a lot of stuff for like he was explaining to me like his whole like what he does. He does like kind of gathers the teams of translators and editors and like layout editors and like letters and stuff, and he oversees everything with that. He also talks with his other editors to see like, hey, do you like what kind of series should we localize next? And apparently the criteria for that is that it needs to have at least one complete volume. So it's pretty interesting. I did ask him like how the process of that goes, and he said that yeah, it's just kind of whichever series seems interesting to us, it just kind of suggests. So I was like, dang, really? no date, nothing like quantitative with like data and stuff. But I mean, it still works. I mean, you know, they're all pretty big. I mean, I know he's a huge fan of a lot of stuff, so it's just like he's very well connected within the manga and anime world. So not like he's scrub with that kind of thing. But yeah, no, it's nice to catch up with him. And like on the second night we had dinner with so it was actually for those of you who don't know, I interned at Crunchyroll, and one of the people I interned with is actually the co-founder and editor-in-chief of one of the kind of a really big anime, I'm not going to say which website, but like a really big anime website. And so I was catching up with him and one of the writers from that website, so it was just kind of eating dinner there. And the reason why I bring that up is because the last day, this was like kind of, yeah, day 3 Sunday, we just had like the one panel, and then after that it was just kind of, oh, we finally have time to do like the last minute shopping. Because day 1 was kind of, day 1 we spent a little bit of time looking around Artist Alley. Day 2 was definitely the busiest day, just because there were so many, between panels and signings, there wasn't really a good time period for us to kind of look around and kind of buy stuff, so that was fine because, you know, it's kind of planned ahead, that kind of thing. But yeah, day 3 was when we really kind of, especially for the exhibitor hall, because day 2 I had a little bit of free time to go back to the artists that I looked at. Day 1 I just basically like kept the kind of log of, hey, like here are some of the artists that look interesting. I like literally kept a log on my phone of like the stall number or the artist name, because sometimes they didn't have the stall number, and just kind of went and it's like, if I have time tomorrow, I'll go back and buy some stuff, and that's exactly what I did. So I went there, got some stuff, and then day 3 was really more the kind of exhibitors, so kind of the people who sell like just all kinds of different, not necessarily the artists, but kind of the more, I guess, if you've ever been to a con, those sorts of things, just kind of general anime goods. And so we walked around there, we ran into the writer for that website, you know, so it was like, hey, you know, and he was there for press, so he was actually there to do interviews and stuff, so he's been super busy, so that was his only time to actually like look around and like kind of the kind of con and stuff. So we went around and looked around, and up to that point I was pretty satisfied with all the stuff I bought. I can show the pictures once I'm done with this job, but so for me, I usually don't buy like a lot of prints just because I don't have a lot of room in my space, slash I don't really want to hang too many of those prints. So usually what I do is I like to buy more of the practical items, the stuff like last year I bought like a whole bunch of shirts. I bought some grocery bags, some like reusable tote bags, kind of those plastic e-bags, you know, not necessarily the tote bags. I did buy a tote bag this year, which looks really nice. I'll show the picture for that. But yeah, so I generally buy more like kind of useful stuff. So I was just kind of on the lookout for those sorts of things. And I know that the exhibitor hall also has like a few places that there are a few companies, kind of exhibitors that sell like mainly just apparel. So I did buy a few shirts. I bought shirts from a place that I bought from last year, and I was really satisfied with, so I bought some more shirts from them. So I was satisfied, I was pretty good. I was like, okay, I spent a lot of money. And then, unfortunately, oh my, this is my exit. This is my exit. Ah, Nikes. Oh god, okay, well, that's fine. I can spend more time talking about this. Just going to huge detour. But yeah, so apparently the guy, the writer, he, in the short time that he did have available, and I guess this is a store, this is like a exhibitor that comes to a lot of cons. It's like this collector, they like sell a lot of kind of rare, kind of non-mainstream anime goods. So he was like, yeah, like I spent, like, he had the story where he like spent like $500 worth of goods, and then he comes back, and then I guess the salesperson's like, hey, it's you, it's like, it's that guy, and then he like comes, like brings his owner, it's like, hey, it's that guy, he's back again. So he just got that reputation, which is kind of funny. So of course he brought us just to be like, hey, like, you know, it's like, gotta ask if they have like more of this stuff, because I think he was there to see if there was, so there's the anime Review Starlight, which I don't remember the full title, but it's like, it's about, it's a multimedia thing with like, girls who are trying to get into musical theater, which is pretty interesting, but yeah, pretty niche, so they didn't have any items for that, which is the main reason why he was there. Yeah, Review Starlight. So, but yeah, those kinds of things. So they had a lot of kind of like those rarer items, not necessarily the kind of the Freyrings or they did have Hoyoverse stuff, but like just kind of like not all of it was that kind of thing. So he brought us there, and the first thing I see was Gaku and Idolmaster. Like they had the Nui Gurimis, the plushies, and I was like, holy shit, they have Gakumas. And then like the person there overheard me, and she was like, yeah, we have tons of Gakuma stuff. And then I go in like to the little stall area, and oh my goodness, I think that was the most excited I've ever been. Not gonna lie, I think that legitimately might have been the most excited I've been in. I am very slanted. Whoops, sorry about that. I just realized how slanted I am. Pause. Oh goodness me, I'm blocked. It's blocked. That should be okay. There we go. Oh, I gotta get around here. This is my exit. Yeah, so no, legit, that might have been the most excited I've been in months, which is kind of a little bit sad, but also not an exaggeration, because they had so much Gakuma stuff. And like I was like walking around the con, like not expecting there to be like any like Gaku and Idolmaster. Like I didn't expect there to be any of that, just because it's still so new. Like they literally just celebrated their first anniversary. Please get out of my way. Like this week, so it's still pretty new. And so I wasn't it's very niche for sure, so I was not expecting there to be any Gakuma stuff. Yeah, walking around Artist Alley, there was no Gakuma stuff. And surprisingly, there was only like one place that had Uma Musume. They had like a bunch of stickers. And I was talking with the artist, and I was like, yeah, like you're probably the only stall that I've seen that has Uma Musume stuff, which is surprising, because like sure, it's still, I mean, like it's niche-ish to the point it doesn't have like a huge audience, but it's still popular. Like I mean, ish enough. Like it has the anime, people play the game. Like it's known-ish, but like dang, there was like nobody that had any art from it. And she was like, yeah, it's like I'm also pretty certain that I'm the only person that has Uma stuff. And we were talking about the game release and all that. Her favorite character was Simboli Rudolph. She had a little tip jar that was like, all tips go into the EN, like pulling for EN Gotcha or something like that, so that was kind of fun. But I'm hopeful that with the game release that's coming out next month, that by next year there's going to be a lot more Uma artists. That will be really nice, because I will be ready to spend my money, although I highly doubt that any of them will have art of my favorite character. In fact, that same stall that I mentioned that had all the Gakuma stuff also had a lot of Uma stuff. And again, no Ines Fujin, because she is not a popular character, which is fair, but like also kind of like, whatever. So yeah, all that to say, I got 2 acrylic stands of 2 of my favorite characters from Gakumas, Temari and Lilia. I have them sitting right in front of me. They're now sitting on my desk. Very nice, very nice. And they each cost $65, so that was probably my biggest expenditure for that. I haven't checked how much I spent for that week from last weekend, just because I'm afraid of how much I spent. But I feel like at some point I'm gonna have to check. It's probably gonna be like when I at the end of this month, beginning of next month, when I pay rent, because I have to log into my like bank account to pay my landlord. But yeah, otherwise I'm just like, I am very afraid of how much I spent, because I don't even want to know. Probably way more than I probably should have. But that's okay, we're here to have fun. And life is short anyway, so spend it on the things that you love. But yeah, Gakumas, yeah, so I guess what other things about the con? So we're about to end this, so once I'm done parking this, oh, this is probably gonna be a pretty it's alright, this could be not that horrible parking job. Once I'm done with this, I'll show the pictures that I took of all the stuff I got. I did get a few interviews this time around. So last year I was very late, unfortunately, in signing up for the interviews, or not interviews. What am I saying? The autographs, and so I wasn't able to get any, which is kind of unfortunate because last year Sally and Maki came, and that was one I really wanted. But fortunately for me, this is not what I want to do. What am I doing? Fortunately for me, I was very lucky in that I was able to win during one of her panels, like a autographed Polaroid. And so that was at least the consolation prize. That I have it hanging right here in front of my computer, so it's also part of my desk decor. But yeah, this time around I was able to at least, you know, on the dot be able to get ready to sign up for the autographs. But the Seiyu, man, so for context, I think the Seiyu that came this year, there was the Seiyu for Idolmaster, the original one, so Chihaya and Haruka's, so I think it's Eriko Nakamura and Asami Imai. And Asami Imai is also pretty famous because she voices Makise Kurisu from Steins Gate. And so there was a lot of people that were probably there for that. And yeah, those autographs sold out like literally, or like they filled up literally in like a second. Like I was there ready on the hour because it was opening up at like 12 p.m. like the Saturday before, but I was a second too late apparently, so I couldn't get those, which is alright. Like I wasn't really hugely interested in getting those. I was just like, that would just be kind of nice to have, but it's whatever. Like I'm not the biggest fan of those anyway. Like more than anything, I think of the OG Idolmaster cast, I think Makoto's my favorite. Which, funny enough, Makoto's VA actually did come last year to ACen, so again, another one I was a little bit bummed out about getting, but autographs are autographs, so it's whatever. But the autographs I did get were, so there was the director of Bocchi. I got the autograph from him, and then I also got the autograph from, if you know Akio Watanabe, he is the designer for Monogatari. He's also done stuff for like Risaya and like also lots of other stuff. What do you mean satisfactory? What do you mean satisfactory? I guess damage, fine, whatever. Okay. So, okay. Now that I'm done with that, let me show y'all what I got in terms of things that I bought / received. Let me switch over. Oh, burpee. Let me see, let me switch over to my desktop, which is just going to be the game. Let me make sure, whoa. Actually, before I do that, let me make sure I'm ready. Make sure I don't have anything incriminating, ... Okay. Yeah, we should be good. Okay. Yeah, so desktop. There we go. Okay. So yeah, these are the autographs I got. I censored out my name because they had you write your name so that I guess obviously you don't like sell them. Funny enough, Watanabe, I guess, or Akio Watanabe didn't really care. So this is a postcard because I didn't have anything prepared. So luckily the guy behind me like had postcards, like postcard size like sheets of paper available, and like he was just like, hey, you want one? And I'm like, yeah, thanks. And it's just like I just used that to get his autograph. So that is Watanabe Akio. I got this. I had this for a while. So this is like official merchandise from Bocchi, like the one scene where she like gets like this, like she becomes the Picasso cubism. So I got that signed by the director. And funny story about that, which you can't see here because entering my name, but he actually spelled my name wrong, and he like had to add an extra letter. You can kind of see like there's a little bit of the peak here. He like wrote like the letter. I'm not gonna spell. Let's just say a letter, and then he like did like a little like speech bubble there to be like, yeah, it's supposed to be like this. So that was kind of funny, fun story there. These autographs are this is actually comes from the same autograph session. So he was actually doing an autograph session with a few other directors and animators and producers. This was part of something called like a global anime challenge, which apparently is like this initiative, which I found out was this initiative to like help diversify, not like diversify, but like help gain experience for artists, or not artists, animators, producers, directors. Like they would get to have the opportunity to meet other kind of members of their peer group. Also, they get to do like an internship apparently for overseas for 3 months, get to learn the trades there. So there's I forgot their names. I really do apologize because I was mainly here for the director of Bocchi, but I got their autographs anyway because they're all there in the panel. So this was one of the animators, this was I think the director, and this was like a producer. They all kind of did the signatures there. So that was fun stuff. I also got the opportunity, I think the next picture is me meeting the voice actor for Aston Ma-chan in Uma Musume, which isn't her most famous work. I think her most famous work is honestly, right now, voice actor of Anne Shirley, that's currently airing anime. She's also done a character in Idolmaster Cinderella Girls. She was, what, actually, let me just go to it. Yeah, so that's me. That's me. Doing the Uma pose. So funny story about this one. So she was super kind enough, and there weren't that many people at her panel because I mean she wasn't as well known as some of the other VAs, but there was still quite a few people at the panel. So she actually gave us the opportunity after like all the kind of like the panel stuff to take one-on-one photos with everybody at the panel. So that was really awesome opportunity, and so I got to do that. She like took a picture with our phones, and then she took a picture with, I don't know if it was her manager's phone or her phone, but like it was 2 pictures. So this is the first picture. I got the Uma. I did everybody got to do like any pose that they wanted, which was really fun. Some people had like some pretty creative poses. The funny story is, if y'all know that meme about like the one guy doing like the half the heart pose, and then the other, like the idol doing like the thumbs up, like there was that meme that came up, which was hilarious because it was the guy did the thumbs up, and then her, like, so her name is Honoka Inoue. She did the heart. It was kind of like a little kind of, it was like a reversal where it's like the other way around. That was hilarious. Cute. That was a really special experience. It was definitely unexpected, but I was really happy about it. So I did that. I got ready for the Uma, and then she was like, Uma? And I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, it's the Uma. And then that was the first photo, and then I had my like phone screen ready. So I pulled up the game. I had Aston Ma-chan on my home screen. I had that ready to go. And so before she was about to take the second photo, I like got the phone back. I like showed her, hey, I have Aston Ma-chan. She's like, oh, Aston Ma-chan. And then the second photo, which I've been checking to see if she posted it in her socials or anything. She hasn't, unfortunately, which is fair. I don't think she's gonna pick and choose out of the hundreds of people that were there. But yeah, it's like just me holding my phone with Aston Ma-chan as the second photo. So that was really fun. But yeah, Honoka Inoue. She's also voicing, I think, a pretty, like, the main character in Kaoru Hana Torin Tosaku, that rom-com that's coming up next season. That was, she is definitely up and coming. She's definitely, I can see her getting a lot more roles. Another story about the Idolmaster thing. So she actually mentioned that before she got her role, I forgot what the name of the character she voices is, like the fish character or whatever. Before she got that, apparently she auditioned for a whole lot of other ones, and we were able to find out what some of them were. And she actually like asked her manager if it was okay to like secretly say some of the roles, and so we found it's a secret by the way, so I'm not telling y'all because you know it's a secret, but like there were a few interesting characters that she auditioned for but didn't get, so that would have been kind of interesting alternate reality sort of thing. But yeah, I got that. I think the third picture is a dinner that I had with the dinner I mentioned I had with the friends, like my friend and then the guy from Crunchyroll way back in the day. So this is this is the story about this one is that this was a cake. This was like the dessert. We went to this like steakhouse that was pretty close to the convention center. You can kind of see in the windows in the background there. That's that building. That's the convention center. So it's like across the street from there. And like we had our steak, we had all the meals, and then so the two guys that were there like invited us. Apparently, this is their third time here. The first time, like, one of them got the cake thinking, oh, it was like a normal sized cake, but no, it's like this big like slice. Like you can see like the water, like the cup for reference. That's like a standard like however many ounce cup it is. Like that is that is how big it is basically. So he ordered it for that, and he just thought it was going to be one person, but no, he wasn't able to finish it. They won a second time, and they were getting ready to try and challenge for it. They couldn't finish it, so this time they were like, "Oh, let's just bring two other people and try and finish it." And lucky for them, I was there. And for those of you who don't know, I eat a lot. I can eat a lot. I generally try not to because you know, stomach. You know, don't want to get fat and all that. But like, I not to brag, but I think I took down like 50% of this bad boy. Between me and one other guy, we like did 85%. The guy across from me, who's my friend, he didn't eat that much. Probably because you know everything else was between the steak and the appetizers and stuff. And the other guy also didn't eat that much. But no, we finished it, and so the mission was indeed successful. We finished the cake. What happens if I do this? Is this just gonna be okay? So now we're gonna get into some of the merch I got. So this is the tote bag that I was talking about. So these are not the same artist, but if you don't know, Psyduck isn't my favorite Pokemon, but it is. I do like Psyduck. I have a soft spot for him, her. Jigglypuff's my favorite Pokemon, and I did get some. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I got any. Or no, I did get some Jigglypuff stuff, which I'll show later. But this is a Psyduck tote bag. Here's the front, and then there's the back here. Has a zipper. I don't think I took a picture, but there's like a little kind of there's like a little section here that can store like small items. So it's a really nice tote bag. There's like a little spot here for a keychain. Very, very nice. I will definitely be using this for future shopping trips. And then this little plush, which I actually have with me right now. I kind of am holding it. This one's fun. So on the one side, it's like here, you know, you have this side, it's like no thoughts, and then on this side we have thoughts. And I think I also bought stickers from the same artist that shows that. They had a shirt available for that, but it was so expensive. Like God, like I have a limit on like, you know, obviously like with con stuff it's gonna be a little expensive, but some of the shirts were selling for like $40-50, and I'm like, brother, that is not, no. It's like, I understand, like, you know, making shirts and all that, and like, you know, it's like the cost, you have to make up for the cost, but also $50 for a shirt, I don't know about that one, chief. So unfortunately I didn't do that, but I did get the stickers instead, so that's that'll probably be a picture coming up. But yeah, it's two-sided. We have no thoughts and we have thoughts. This is another plushie I got. So if y'all know the there's the GIF that's like Ghost Hug, like loading like virtual hug or whatever. This is actually the same artist. So they had this like cute little penguin plush. So this side's like, you got this, and then the other side is, I believe in you. So it's a nice little uplifting message. And I got this fan from her for buying this stuff, and then I got a free print, which is this, which is pretty much my life. So that's a nice little addition there. It's right on my, got that right here as well. And then yeah, this is the, I honestly, now that I think about it, I think this is the only piece of Jigglypuff merch that I bought. This little kind of beanie, which is pretty nice. Not a big beanie guy, to be honest, but it is nice just to have it. Because hey, why not? I mean, I am a Jigglypuff fan, so we take those. I think the next one is gonna be, yeah, so the shirts. So here's some of the shirts I bought. This is the company I mentioned, I think, that I bought shirts from last year that I really liked, so I bought some more shirts. They got a nice little summer afternoon and the nice little boba tea shop. Please be nice to me. That is pretty good advice. Please be nice to me. More shirts. Life is Pain. This really spoke to me on a deeper level. Life is Pain Dio. If you can't read this, it's like a little thing on the back, which I didn't know until I bought it. Like on the back, it's like translation note: pain means bread. But no, life is Pain Dio. And then this shirt that has the little pocket here, and then also the little edges are also bunnies. This one was really nice. So yeah, updating my wardrobe, you know, just kind of getting that all up there. This is the only print that I bought. So this, okay, funny story about this one. I saw this last year at the con and I was like, oh, this looks really interesting. And at the time, like, I didn't do the thing of taking down the note of which stall I'd be interested in buying stuff, because I was like, oh, I'll renumber it, and that's stupid because obviously I wouldn't remember it. So I saw it on the first day, and then I think the second or third day, like, I was trying to find it. I was like looking, I was like legitimately circling around the same stalls over and over. It's like, I'm pretty sure it was here, and like I could not find it for the life of me. So I was like, dang it, it's like a really nice print, I wanted to buy it. Q, this year we go to the artist alley. I think this was one of the first stalls we went to. I saw it, I was like, holy shit, it's this stall. And like, I was talking to artists, like, yeah, I remember, like, if you was like asking were you here last year, and I was like, yeah, I really wanted to buy this print, but like, you know, I think you're sold out, so I wasn't able to get it. So I made it a point. I bought this on the first day, like straight up, like before it even had a chance of being sold out. I was like, I have to buy this. So I went ahead and did that, and that is potentially going to be hanging up on the wall because Bolchi the Rock. This, okay, so this one, this, these, can you see you can see my mouse. Okay, so this is another grocery bag I bought. Comes with a little kind of bread thing here. That's nice, good for the grocery shopping experience. This is my badge, obviously this name's censored, but the badge ribbons. Badge ribbons. This is actually, I think, the first con where I kind of got into badge ribbons. I didn't go out of my way to buy any of them. These are the ones I either got from free from other people, or with the purchase of stuff that I bought, they gave for free. So for this one I think was an example of that. This one I got from some guy who had like I want to say like 50 of these like ribbons, so he was like going all the way down to the floor, and I was like, holy shit, you have a lot of them. He's like, yeah, you want one? And he's like, he just like took out a stack of badge ribbons, and so I got this one Papers, Please reference. These two are from the Bochi, so this print artist. Got these two, small business supporter, and this one was a hit. A lot of people like this one, What's a Tariff? That was also a favorite of mine. And then these two, I think this came from the Life is Pain shirt, the artist for that. So Proud Parent and Baker. You probably can't read this. This says this is not a ribbon in like the rainbow. So those are the ones I had. Like I said, I didn't go out of my way to buy any. I just got them if they were available for sort of with the purchase of other goods. So I didn't have too many. But it was still kind of nice just to have the experience of choosing these. I know there were tons when I walked by some people, there was just like, they had like tons of them hanging off, and there's like a whole culture of like trading and like giving out ribbons, so that's pretty nice. This is a nice boba charm. I think this is supposed to be for good health. So yeah, for good health, because I don't have health insurance. I think the last one, nope, okay, so there's still more, god damn. Is this it? I think this might be it. No, okay, so these are the acrylics I was talking about, the acrylic stand. So you can see it has like both the art of their initial card, like initial characters, SSRs, as well as the characters themselves. So we got Tamari and we got Lilia. And now they are sitting right here on my desk, and it's very nice, and I love them. I do not regret the purchase, I'll say that. They were expensive, but honestly, Yeah, it is like a, maybe I should take a picture for future reference, but yeah, it is basically a diorama. You have this one kind of in the background and then the characters in the front. So it's like a little diorama. More than anything though, I don't regret it. If anything, I kind of wish I bought one for every character, even the characters I don't really necessarily like. Because it looks really nice. It actually does. You know, you have the contrast between the initial, I guess the initial character art versus their initial SSR card, and it looks really nice. I mean, you have the signatures too. It's looks good. I mean, space would probably be a concern because I don't know how if I could fit all 9 of them, 12, 9, 12, whatever. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I might invest in more of them later. Gotcha. Those could be really nice, so kind of worth. Yeah, I mean, even for the price that I paid for them, I still, like I said, no regrets. I think it looks really nice, and got a nice piece of Gakumas merch here, which I didn't have previously. Okay, so this is the final picture. So this year's theme. So last year's theme, I think, was what was last year's? Last year's theme was useful goods. So like shirts, bags, stuff like that. This year's theme was stickers. So the reasoning for this one was like I had my water bottle and I was like, you know, there's the people that like put stickers on their water bottle to be like, oh, like customize it and all that stuff. So I was like, let's just try and find as many stickers as we can. Let's try and get some like good stickers. So I went ham. I went all out on stickers. Yeah, we got the Froggy chair here, small price to pay for chair. We got this, the Kessoku band, which is the same artist as the one who did the print. So you can kind of recognize the art there. This is also from that artist, this Bochi. I got this for free, even though I never watched Chainsaw Man, so I don't know if I'll attach this one, but I got this for free. These 2 stickers are actually so... I don't know if I want to go way back, but the animator that I got the autograph from, this is stickers of her cat, and she was giving them away during the autograph signing, so I got these 2 for free. Got DS. Now that I look at it, I have 2. Maybe I won't use this one because I already have this one, this DS with the Kirby's. These all came from the same artist, so this is the same artist as the one who did the Uma Musume stuff. So you can see here the Uma Musume stuff, protagonists from the anime seasons. We got the Symbol Rudolph in the tree costume, which if you don't know, Symbol Rudolph. Actually, hold on. Game Torah. I'm trying to show, because it's a reference, like, this is a reference to, a support card, like Air Groove support card. Oh, it doesn't show it, dang it. Okay, but like, if you look closely, you can kind of see, let me zoom in a little bit, sorry. If you look carefully, you can kind of see Symbol Rudolph here. Oh, man, I need to find a picture of it because it's hilarious. It's like her in a freaking tree costume, where it looks like that. But anyway, there's that one. Another Bochi. Got some side. So this is what I was talking about with the Psyduck, you know, the plushie I have. So it's no thoughts, thoughts. So I had to get both of them just to contrast, because this is my daily life cycle. No thoughts versus thoughts. Got this other Psyduck. This is making me look... Now that I'm looking at it, though, it's just like, man, this is making me really look like Psyduck's my favorite Pokemon, which it is, and which it is one of my favorites. It's not my favorite, though, so maybe I should get a Jigglypuff sticker at some point, just to kind of be like, this is my favorite Pokemon. But yeah, Psyduck, that's about to cry. Snorlax, that's getting ready for bed. These are from the same artist. So, the Smiling Friends reference. I think this guy's Lost Cause. Him, I think this guy's Lost Cause. And then, yeah, whoa, he's bisexual, I didn't know that. And if you didn't know that, now you know. So that's, thank you for bearing with all that stuff. We'll get back into the game now. So yeah, that was all the stuff that I got, either bought and or received from the con. All good stuff there. Right. Let me see what's available for jobs. I'll go with that one, sure. Nice little rural mine. Oh, jeez, that's very zoomed in. But yeah, so overall, very fun time. Got a lot of stuff. Met a lot of people. It was fun. It was all fun stuff. It's all good. It was pretty nice to hear about how ACen went for you. Yeah, for sure. It is a lot of fun for sure. It's always nice to like be, and that's what I tell myself. It's like, man, I really need to go to more cons, just because it's really nice to be in a group, in an environment where there's so many people who share the same love for you. Even if it's not necessarily like the same anime, it's like just like knowing that all these people share the love of anime is like, it's really nice. It's a nice environment. Like, it's one of the few times when I can like pull up Discord and like look at my art channels without feeling like a twinge of embarrassment of being people like judging me. Like, people can be like, oh yeah, I see you. So that was pretty nice. Yeah, knowing everyone's passionate about something. Yeah, pretty much. It's just like knowing that they're all kind of anime fans in some degree. So that's kind of nice. But yeah, it's just that was fun stuff. Story wise, I mean, let me think. There are some other stories that I think I just have kind of neglected to bring up. One being getting there, I guess not the first, oh, sorry, excuse me. Getting there sort of the first, not the first day, but the day zero sort of time. So it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday is technically con days, but like Thursday, they're open for like registration and picking up your badge and stuff. So I went, and my friend flew in that Thursday afternoon, so I also kind of stopped by, checked in, dropped off my stuff around that same time. And like I said, getting to that area, because it's not in Chicago, it's not in Chicago proper, it's in Rosemont, which for those of you who don't know is like it's very close to O'Hare, but it's like very west. Like, it's not like, if you think of Chicago, like where it's like the downtown area, kind of close to the lakeshore, it's not that area. It's like very, very, very inland. So it's like about an hour to get there, because I have to take like a bus and then a train, and then in addition I had to take another bus because the airport, or not the airport, the hotel we were staying at was not very close to, it was close enough, it was like a 10-minute bus ride, but like, yeah, it's like, that translates to like an hour and a half walking distance, which is not walking distance, so I just take another bus just to get there. And context-wise, it's not the same bus as like the city buses. So the city bus, I guess you can kind of consider as like CTA in a way, which stands for Chicago Transit Authority. And that kind of, the CTA kind of makes up sort of like the buses, the city buses, as well as the train system, so the famous elevated subway trains. So I was very familiar with those, but the bus that I was taking for the last leg of the trip was called Pace, which is sort of the kind of more outer suburby parts of the system, which luckily I was still able to use my transit card, or like my yeah, I was able to use my transit card for that. Please stop, please stop, please stop, please stop, please stop, thank you. I was able to use that and not have to pay extra for something else. But what I didn't know about those trains, or I call them trains, buses, what I didn't know about those buses was that they don't announce every stop, which is a bit different from the city buses, because those actually do announce every stop. And so I was getting ready to call for the bus to stop. It's like request for stop sort of thing. And I was like, man, this bus hasn't announced any of its stops in a while. I was like, I checked my map and it's like, oh, the bus already passed the stop that I need to go. And wouldn't you know it, is that the next stop was, about a 15-minute walk away. So I had to, and the worst part about that was, there was traffic, there was so much traffic. It took like almost 2 hours to get there, by the way, which is even the worst part. So I was waiting in traffic, waiting for the bus to like drop off. I was really tempted to just ask the driver, hey, could you just drop me off? I missed my stop back there, but of course that requires human interaction, which I'm not about. So I was just kind of sitting there being like dreading, oh my god, like further and further drive. I was like, where is it gonna stop? Because I didn't know where the stop was gonna be at the time. Like the next stop, I thought it was just gonna be like a close, like kind of, because the stops before were like very close together. So I was like, oh, surely the next stop is just gonna be like as close. as close by, but no, it's of course it has to go over the bridge and all the way to the next county or whatever. It felt like that at least. So, God, that was the worst part about that, other than the traffic, was the fact that it was the first day here where it was above 80 degrees, which of course it had to be the one day that it was that hot. And so I got off the bus and I had to walk in like 85, 90, and it was like a lot of humidity too, so it was even worse than that. To walk in the hot weather, 15 minutes from that stop to the hotel room, and in addition, like, 2 hours through public transit, it was not fun. As soon as I got into the hotel room, I was just like, well, one, I had to greet my friends, like, hey, no, long time no see, but also, holy shit, I'm about to die, please let me, like, lie in the bed or something. So that was not the best first introduction, but it was all uphill from there. But yeah, that was not the good start. Of course, the weather chooses to be disagreeable. That sucks so bad. Yeah, man, of course, oh my god, the weather was so crazy the first few days. So yeah, that Thursday was really hot. Friday was also really hot, so it was really, especially bad in, like, kind of the crowded area, so like the artist alley and like the exhibitor hall. Luckily for me, I was smart because it was kind of the same last year where it was like super hot and, like, people were like having to like fan themselves to not die, and so I brought with me my little portable fan, which I have right next to me right now. I brought that with me, and so I was able to use that and planned ahead. And even some people even commented, like some of the artists, like, they were just like, oh, you're so smart in bringing the fans. So it's like, yeah, I like learned from last year. So yas, the fan experience season congoer. I guess, yeah, experienced enough of this con at least. Like, I knew the inner tips and tricks. Like, I knew, oh, like, don't use that exit, or don't go that way, because that's the long way, or something like that. So stuff like that, like, I kind of knew already, because they didn't change much from last year in terms of the formatting, so that was pretty nice. Please don't. The fuck is this song? Nope. Yeah, but the fan. But Friday, the first day was super hot, and was it Friday or Saturday? Yeah, Friday. So it was hot. It was also super windy the first few days, and like my friend was talking about, oh man, so this must be why it's called the Windy City, and I'm like, not really, because like people might think, oh, the reason why it's called the Windy City is because it's so windy, right? And it's like, well, that might be one reason, but apparently the most agreed upon reason why it's called the Windy City is because of the politicians, and like they blow hot air. It's like it's like basically like kind of making fun of the politicians here, which has been a consistent tradition, I can sure say that. But no, it's just kind of going through that, and that was apparently why it's called the Windy City, because the politicians blew hot air all around while doing their business. Never knew that. Yeah, it's not really that well known, which is fair because it's like kind of a more. I don't expect people to know that, but yeah, that is kind of apparently the most accepted reason why that is. Not so much the wind. But no, the first day the wind was so bad. In fact, the second day, the first day was also so bad to the point of where it was like 60, like 50, there was actually like a wind warning. It was like 50, 60 degree winds, or 60 mile per hour winds. That we actually had troubles at one point trying to like walk, because like we were walking against the wind, and it was like blowing at us so hard. That was just like, it was blowing us so hard, man. The blowing was it was intense, if you know what I mean. Giggity. So, no, but that was crazy. And yeah, Friday there was a freaking dust storm warning. Was it Friday or Saturday? God, no, it was Friday. It was Friday, because Saturday was when we had our dinner with the crew. So Friday we were in a panel, and like all of a sudden all of our phones went like off, because like it was like doo doo doo. It's like everybody's phone went off, and we were thinking like, oh, what's going on? Is it like a tornado warning? Is it like an Amber Alert? I look at my phone and it's like dust storm warning. I'm like, I've never seen that before in my life. Like I haven't lived in Chicago that long, but I've lived in like around this area, like this part of the United States for most of my life, and I've never seen that in my life. Dust storm warning. And so I was just like, oh, okay, well, that's weird. Hang on, what's happening? And it's like, okay, so you know, we do that, and then we're about to head out for dinner, and it's like, oh, that's what a dust storm warning looks like. Because it was like the apocalypse. It was like dust. It was like the sky was like clouded. It was like dust. It was like so windy. It was like if you like try breathing in, you can smell the dust. If you breathe in through your mouth, like it'll probably get in your mouth. So we had to like wear masks over to get over to like where we were gonna get dinner. It was bad. And then later I saw pictures because apparently we didn't get the worst of it. Like downtown got so much worse. There was like a before and after picture, which maybe I should show it because it's crazy. The difference between like the before where it's like somebody's like taking a picture of the skyline and you can see clear skies and you can see all the buildings, and then like during the dust storm where it's like just you can't see anything and it's like all like dusted and stuff. It was crazy. Like I was reading around on like the like subreddits and stuff, and like everybody was commenting on how like, oh, I lived here like 40-50 years and I've never seen this in my life. And I'm like, dude, same. It's like I've never seen this before, and I'm like, this must be like such a great experience, like first time for like, because I was talking to my friend, he's like, man, Chicago weather sure is crazy, huh? And I'm like, bro, this is the first time I've ever seen this. Like this, like y'all think this is normal for us? Like no, I've never seen this before. Friggin' dust storm warning. In fact, let me try and find some photos. It is freaking crazy. Take a little bit of another break to try and find some photos. Yeah, it was bad. It was pretty bad. So apparently the reason why there was a dust storm was apparently, so it was, one was the winds, like the intense winds were blowing in, and so the farms, apparently the farms like south of the state were being tilled, and so all the dust from that, the wind was carrying over, and so that's the reason why there was apparently like all the dust and all the storms there. But let me try and find some examples. Okay, let me switch over. So yeah, so like this is an example, like right here. It's so sweet. So like this is an example. This is the dust storm. Like this isn't fog, this isn't clouds, it's dust. It's freaking dust. I'm trying to find an example of one like before and after. This might be a good example of like, no, that's just the Saturday image labs. Oh yeah, yeah, before and after. Here's a good before and after. Like, here's the before. He's like, oh yeah, here's the skyline of Chicago. Yay, nice clear sky, sunny day, whatever. And then, here's the after. Where it's like, where's the skyline? Nobody knows. That's, yeah, this is, that's how bad it was. So, just another day in the life of, us people here. Just another day in the life of us people post climate change. Is like we're just gonna get some random ass events that we've never experienced in our lives. But that was intense. Luckily for us, the weather got a lot more calmer after that. Saturday and Sunday, it was lot less stormy, a lot less cold or warm. It definitely got colder. It was like in the 60s from then, and sunny. Very beautiful days, so luckily the weather was not an issue from that day on. But yeah, that was fun stuff. Fun weather. I'm gonna take a little bit of a water break. I've been talking this entire time, and I'm just like I said, it's been a week since I streamed, and I'm not used to doing the whole yapping thing, so trying to readjust again. Okay. But yeah, my luck was not great for like getting things, because like if you don't know, for like most of the panels and those kinds of things, like the Seiyu panels and all that, they usually like do giveaways and stuff, like either like signed shikishis, or which is like the kind of big paper boards or whatever, if you don't know what that means. Or in the case of Satomi Arai, who she did her panel, that was the one panel we went to on Sunday. She just gave away random ass shit that she just had laying around in her. It was hilarious, and I'm not criticizing her for it. I just think it's hilarious. Like, she was just giving away random stuff that she had laying around that she didn't use from her trip. Like, for example, she had like a tissues. She had like body wipes, or apparently, or something. She had a raincoat. She was like, yeah, this is something I'll give away for the people. And then again, and to be fair, she also apparently signed them for people afterwards, which, you know, that makes it valuable, but it was still kind of funny. She was just giving away random shit. She also did give away like some CDs from, apparently she also has a VTuber persona, so she had her first single as a VTuber. And her name is like Shishu Mingosu, which is apparently like, so Mingosu is her nickname. Shishu comes from the fact that it's like combining shu from hobby with shi, which I completely forgot already. Hobby and work? I don't think so. Shigoto? I don't think it was like that, but something like that. But like, yeah, basically it's like, yeah, that's, she was like, yeah, it's like, that's like, she was like thinking about her name being like, oh, maybe I can just be Mingosu. This is from her this is from her panel, by the way. And she was like, oh, if I want to work with other people, I need to probably have like some sort of like kind of more official name. So she was like, oh, maybe I should be Shumingotsu, just be like, oh, this is my hobby, like Shumin or whatever, I think. So it's like a nice little pun there. But now she's like, this is the Shishu last name, Mingosu first name. So I guess if you're interested in seeing that, that's her VTuber name. It does seem like a lot of people are doing VTuber. I mean, yeah, I mean, like I've said before, this market is hella oversaturated, and I'm sure not helping by being one of them as well. But no, she did the giveaway for that kind of stuff, and unfortunately, I did not win that. They like gave away like tickets, like, you know, like the little raffle tickets that you usually get. So we got those. I was so close though. Like she was announcing the numbers. I was one number off from getting something, which it was later in the draw. So I would have only gotten like a tissue pack or something, like one of the useless items. But it still would have been nice, you know, like fun little story of having like, why do you have like this tissue pack with the signature on it? And it's like, oh, the story I can tell about that. But yeah, I was not lucky with that. Was not lucky with the Eriko Nakamura panel either. What did she have? I think she was just giving away signatures, which, unfortunate. Hate to see it. There were also live drawing panels with one with Akio Watanabe. That was really fun. My friend was live tweeting that one, and then the Global Anime Challenge with director of Bocchi the Rock, Saito. And then the other members as well, or the other two members that can draw, and then there was the producer who was just kind of, I felt kind of bad because he was just kind of sitting there because he didn't really have any drawing experience, so he was just kind of sitting there and just being like, I guess, helping to like lead sort of, or like help with the camera work, aka like switching between the points of view to see how this is my stop, to see how everybody's progress is going. Excuse me, thank you. Oh, I need to go to sleep. In the game, not in real life. I just realized that. Let's have a quick. Gold map? Gold map. It's been a long time since I played this game. By a long time, I mean a few days. Which is a long time for me, 'cause like I said, I play this game a lot. Speaking of which, I saw this game, the DLC's on sale, so I'm tempted. Because, like, the DLCs are, I think, 60% off for Euro Truck Sim. They're only 10% off for, like, Arkansas and Missouri. So maybe I might wait a little longer, hold off a little longer, but I might consider getting the Euro Truck map DLCs and getting that ready for a future stream. But TBD, and also, I really shouldn't be spending any more money after the amount of money I spent during the con, so maybe I might just hold off on maybe maybe the Steam summer sale. That is coming up soon, the summer sale, so I'm sure they'll probably have that on sale as well. And if not, no worries. Still plenty of content to go through with that game as well. But yeah, I think I pretty much honestly exhausted all of my ACen stories. Been not really too interesting, but it was still a fun time. So I'm glad I went, and I am excited for next year. And who knows, maybe I might go to another con. I know Fanime is literally next week. My friend said he's going to that, so I feel kind of bad because when we were in our hotel rooms, he was like trying to catch up on a lot of work despite the fact that he was technically on vacation, because he said, man, he's really behind on stuff. And I'm just like, dang, like you're gonna be even more behind, like you have another con coming up next week. But yeah, Fanime is coming out next week in San Jose, question mark. And then AX is always a thing, but one of those things where you kind of have to plan way ahead of time. You can't be just like on a whim, be like, oh, I want to go. So I keep telling myself like, maybe I want to go this year, but then I was just like between airfare and like hotels and like trying to find a place to stay. It's not gonna be worth it. So gotta maybe if there's a guest that I really need to see, which I can't really think off the top of my head who that be. But if there is somebody like that, maybe I might go one of these years, because it's been a while. The last and only Anime Expo I went was for free because I was helping out with a friend for an exhibitor, and I was able to stay over at a friend's place, not the same friend, a different friend's place, but that was an hour each way, so to get to the convention center, so it was a little bit of a pain, but I mean trade-offs for staying with him for free, which I still really appreciate. You're right, summer sale, that is a thing. Yeah, Steam summer sale. I'm to spend all of your money on games that you'll probably never play. Busy fellow. He is. He seems to be pretty busy. But it's a good kind of busy, because I mean, that line of work really does fit him really well. Like he was a layout editor for our club's magazine, and so it fits him very well to a T. Please don't, please don't, please don't, please no. Okay. Anyway. Steam summer sales on 6/26. Oh, okay. Wait, that's the same day that Uma Musume comes out. Why did I say it like that? Uma Musume. Yeah, it's the same day Uma Musume comes out. That's fun. It's probably not gonna be on sale. Or wait, why do I say it's a free game? Why am I concerned about whether it's on sale or not? Also, that's like a month away. It's not soon. Okay. That's fine. I can wait. I'm a patient boy. But yeah, who knows? I mean, I don't even know if I'm still gonna be living here by next year, but I'm hoping so. I mean, I like living here. This city is nice. Nice living in a city, but not having to pay too much of the city price. It's still expensive relative to a lot of places here, obviously, like versus like the more rural areas. But my friend was commenting on how like, dang, like the food is like 20% less expensive than one I'm used to, and like he looked at the gas prices too, and he's like, holy shit, that's like. It's like he lives in California, I guess, for reference, like Los Angeles, and he's like, dang, the gas prices there are like above $5, where it's like here, it's like, I don't remember, like $3.54 or whatever. So I was like, yeah, welcome to Chicago. Big city living, small city, not small city, but medium city prices. I heard of like a phone number or something. That was weird. That might have been the song actually. Yeah, that is a nice benefit of living here. It's not as expensive, although the rents are getting expensive. I think people are starting to realize that it's nice to live here. So maybe I should start spreading more bad things about the city. Like, oh, crime. Yeah, crime is definitely a huge thing here, you know? It's like, you can't go outside, you can't go out on the loop, you know, without being robbed, you know? I was murdered twice this last week, you know? It's just like, it's crazy how things happen. So don't live here. Don't live in Chicago. Yeah, right. Gotta keep the rent low. Gotta keep the rent low by spread. I love spreading misinformation to keep my rents low. It's a dangerous city. Can't go one day without being robbed twice or 3 times. I've been stabbed 46 times in the last month. You know, that kind of thing. Yeah. It's a dangerous place out here. Why don't leave my house. Okay, do. And I can definitely tell I had not streamed in a while because I'm already getting tired from all my yapping. It's only been an hour and 11 minutes, so I need to get back into the swing of things. I need to rebuild my muscle. I was doing so well with building my yapping muscle, but it's gone. It's gone from just the week of no streams. Sad life, sad life. Hate to see it, hate to hear it, hate to think it. Tisk. Let's see. Monticello. That's an orange. I love oranges. Wait, have I been? I swear I think I've been here. I recognize the name Monticello, but for some reason, apparently according to my map, this is a new area? Oh, I see. Maybe this is... No, wait, this is Monticello, but like... Oh, stop. But like, I probably entered through a different area. That checks out. That checks out. Oh, okay. Keep the fan on. Honk my horn. There we go. See, honking means that it changes light. If you honk, that means there's less time. That's what some drivers really think. It's like, if I honk, that means the light will change, right? No. Please stop honking. Please stop being annoying. We're heading over to... What is the city we're heading over to? Oh my god, you slow pieces of... I swear to. I'm just gonna violate traffic laws. Because I can. Just like that clip that, Shout out to, Fent, by the way. I don't know if you're watching, but, Thanks for clipping that one moment of me. It's the first clip that I have that's not made by me. Good old me talking about how I love this game. I love driving like an insane person, you know? Violating traffic laws. Because that is true. I do that a lot in this game, like I'm doing right now. Isn't that wonderful? What was I talking about? City, blah blah blah, where am I going? Yeah, I don't know where I'm going. Maybe pause real quick. Selena. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, Selena, I think? Or is that some city in Utah? Only reason why I took this route was so I can get that new city that we just discovered way back there that I didn't mention, Farmington or whatever. In my time playing this game, I either just do these really long routes, then / discover new routes, or I just kind of go on little expeditions, just kind of visit new cities and try to visit every city in the state and get that achievement. I've done that so far for most of these cities or states, but New Mexico is surprisingly one of them, despite the fact that it's pretty close to some of the early cities or some of the default states, I guess. So if we're looking at the map, California, I've discovered every city. Same with Nevada. Arizona, I recently got. Utah. Idaho, I think I got. Montana. Oregon. Washington, I still have a lot that I need to explore. Same with Wyoming. Colorado, I'm good. But yeah, look. And also, I really hate when, like, it's just like you pass by a city, you think you discovered it, but apparently you didn't. So I need to go back here to Raton and discover that. There's a lot of cities here that I haven't discovered. Texas I've discovered. Oklahoma, Kansas were good. Nebraska, there's a whole bunch I haven't explored. But yeah, we still got a whole, like, I've only explored like 37% of what there is, and I've been playing this game for, I want to say, like, around 100 hours maybe, so there's a lot of content to go through, which is a good thing. A lot of nice, oh, I recognize this. It's the hole in the rock. You can see it right there, the hole in the rock. I don't know what that means, but it's a tourist. It's a destination, apparently. So, isn't that lovely? Hole in the rock. Everyone knows what that means. Yeah. Everybody's favorite destination for all your hole in the rock goods. That lizard painted there up. Gotta keep an eye on traffic. Oh. Oh. I am also still very tired. Yeah, that's the other thing about cons is, man, there's a lot. It's just like, well, especially for me as an introvert, it's just like, just being around a whole bunch of people is, just being around people is enough social interaction for me. But when you put me in that environment where just like dealing with so many people and all those crowds in a multi-day period, it gets tiring for sure. And also the fact that you're just like kind of for the most part standing around and or walking, man, my legs were hurting by the third day. It was just I needed just to rest. Which is another reason why I was kind of concerned just not streaming today and waiting until tomorrow to talk about my ACen stuff. But I was kind of getting a little bit of the itch, so I was like, well, let's just oh no 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 no. Wee. Okay. No, no, don't quit, don't quit. Let me just rage quit. Okay, this should be right before I crash. I hope this is right before I crash. This might have been when I crashed, which would suck, because that means if it was, I'd have to drive like another hour and a half. We'll see. Please don't be... Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness this is right before I crash. Okay. As I was saying... What was I saying? Oh yeah, so... Yeah, I was definitely very tired. It didn't help that we had to wake up early to get breakfast and stuff. Because the hotel, even if it was the cheapo hotel that we stayed at, still served breakfast. Oh my god, wait, the breakfast. Yeah, so we did stay at a cheap hotel. But I mean, we kind of got what we paid for, but man, the breakfast was... It was the saddest hotel breakfast I think I've ever gotten. It was literally just, like, okay, sure, they had, like, a waffle maker, so I guess you could have waffles, but they had, like, they had bread, they had coffee, sure, they had cereal, and that's it. Like they didn't have any, like, when you think of, like, continental breakfast or, like, hotel breakfast, you think, like, oh, they'd have, like, platters of, like, you know, sausages, eggs, bacon, like, you know, like, maybe even, like, some fruit, granola bars, those kinds of things. They didn't have any of that. Or, I guess they had fruit, but, like, for the most part, they did not have a lot. Like, they just had, like, my breakfast, which, granted, is still more than what I usually eat for breakfast, but, like, my breakfast was, like, consisted of toast, cereal, muffin, like, mini muffin, too, not even, like, the big muffin, like, the mini muffins, and that's it. That's my breakfast. And I'm like, I felt bad for my friend, because my friend said that he eats breakfast, like, a lot of breakfast, and, like, if anything, dinner's the one that he usually eats a lot less of. But that's the complete opposite for me, where I was like, the most I usually eat for breakfast, even when I was working, was usually just, like, a cup of yogurt, or, like, something, like maybe, like, a slice of toast or something, like, toast with cheese on top of it melted, which, by the way, is a very good breakfast. God, that's actually kind of making me hungry. But yeah, so, like, for me, it was just like, man, this is more than I eat for breakfast. For him, it was like, this is very lacking. So it's like, a little bit unfortunate, but don't. Oh, I was kind of pushing it there. Didn't want to make the same mistake I made a few minutes ago. But yeah, no, the breakfast was a bit sad. But again, it is kind of what we paid for, so, you know, I can't really complain too much. Claridge, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Did that show up for you guys? The follow notification? Because it didn't look like it did for me, but I at least noticed it on my stream manager. And if it didn't show up, gotta fix that. I thought I fixed it, man. Come on. Come on, Streamlabs? I think I use Streamlabs, yeah. Streamlabs, Stream Elements, whatever. Yeah. Hopefully... You didn't hear... I didn't hear anything, but if something showed up, at least that's a good sign. But if it didn't even show up, Rippo. Big Rippo. I'll have to do some more troubleshooting later. That is so weird, because, like, the raid alerts work. Like, that much I know, because, like, I saw when somebody raided me that one time that does work. No, wait for me, thank you. Owie. I'm gonna get myself fixed. That is really weird. Okay, I legitimately might have to switch, or not switch, but maybe just, like, reset everything. It's just gonna be a pain in my butt. And that is actually what I thought I did. I thought I reset everything, but apparently I didn't. So that's weird. Whatever. Any Hoosiers. Yeah, hotel breakfast. That was whatever. Also, the hotel itself was, it was still decent enough. Like, it was one of those, like, it wasn't a motel, but it was one of the cheaper hotels. So like, there was the, I guess there's like a little bit tacky, but it did its job. It did its job in keeping us slept. I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but it was still decent enough for those 3 days. 4 days, because I was there for Thursday too. But yeah, breakfast. And like it's funny because my lunches, or like, yeah, what you can call my lunches, I put in air quotes, is because I didn't really eat lunch for any of those 3 days. I ended up just, there was a food court which did have food, but what I ended up doing was I just ended up like either like for the most part just substituting for drinks. So like I think for 2 of the 3 days I had like boba. Boba was my lunch. It wasn't actually just boba too. It was like so it was one of my more favorite places in the area. Like they were there selling some of their drinks, and so I bought. No, fuck. For any new viewers out there, I'd like to once again preface this by saying I do not drive like this in real life. I drive perfectly safely. I do not drive like an insane person. This is a fictional game. I am a perfectly fine driver. I've never gotten into any accidents. Now in this game, I don't want to talk about it. I want to talk about how many accidents I've gotten into, but yeah, boba for lunch. It did its job. I mean, I wasn't starving myself or anything. Like I wasn't necessarily hungry. And like dinner, we went all out for the most part. Like we went out to places every night. The first night we went out to the barbecue place, which I actually heard pretty good things about. It was pretty good. Got myself a brisket plate, side of mac and cheese. Got a nice alcoholic Arnold Palmer, the iced tea, the sweet tea, and the lemonade combination. Made that alcoholic. It was very good. Did like that. The second night was the dinner I mentioned before that we had with a couple of his friends, and also my friend, like the guy who I used to work with Crunchyroll back when I was an internship. He was also the intern, so I guess we were interns together. And now he runs the successful anime website, of which I will not name. I guess I could name it. I mean, he has his name on the About section. Anime Trending. Like, he's the co-founder of Anime Trending. And, like, that's blown up in popularity over, the last few years. So he's definitely gotten a lot more, fucking hell. He's gotten a lot more opportunity to be able to kind of go to conventions and, like, do, like, as press and go to panels and stuff. So that's pretty good for him. Good for him. So yeah, I had lunch with him, and he also, like, a writer for that site. Got to meet him as well. And we went to the steakhouse, got the steak, chocolate cake that I showed, the picture, that comically large chocolate cake that we finished. The third night. Wait. No, sorry, that was the it's confusing because like Thursday dinner, because Thursday technically wasn't a day in the con, but we were there Thursday, so we had 3 days worth of dinner. So it was like Thursday dinner. The Friday dinner was not with them. That was some Mexican place, which is pretty decent, and oh my god, it was definitely sort of the party atmosphere. So I guess story context for that is that I guess there were a few people that were there for their birthday. So like when the waiters and the wait staff found out, they all gathered together, and then they like sang like the happy birthday to, like they sang that to the table, and like they had like a little celebration going for that. And I was just thinking every time, because they did I think 3 times that night, and like I was thinking, my god, if I would never want to come here for my birthday, because like I'm just, like I said, I'm in one of those people who just doesn't want the attention to myself. So that would just be absolute hell. That would be a nightmare. I would absolutely not want to be part of that. But the other funny part about that was they had like this. I guess they had this thing of like, so it's a Mexican restaurant, right? So tequila. And for those of you who don't know, there's like usually like, I don't know if it's a usual thing, but there's like this thing called like a tequila flight where it's like you have like this sample of tequilas that you can sample. And like the restaurant had like this kind of like fun little airplane thing that the served the drinks in, because it was like airplane or like airplane flight, tequila flight. Get it? It's like it's that kind of joke. But yeah, they did that, and apparently somebody ordered that, and then they just like on the background, because you know restaurants background music, that kind of thing. Then there's like shot, 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 like that song. That was, so you can kind of get the vibe. It was definitely a party, very, very not loud, but like pretty loud party atmosphere place. The first place we went to, that barbecue place, very country setting. Like they were playing country music. They had like a decoration in the bar of like beer can, like a flag made out of beer cans, like the U.S. flag made out of beer cans. It was just a whole bunch of Americana, so to speak. But yeah, that was the first night. The Mexican was the dinner. The second night, the third night, which was the Saturday night, was the dinner with the guys. And then Sunday, we didn't have the dinner because we all left around Sunday afternoonish, because he had his flight. I mean, the con ended at 4 anyway, so it was just like, what's the point of staying those few extra hours? So like, I think at 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock I left, and then of course didn't get back home until like 3 or 4, because I was just like, that whole between the bus and the train and the other bus, it was just, public transportation was just, sometimes it can be nice, but other times there's like certain destinations that you need to get to, and it doesn't line up to a bus, like one singular bus or train. It's just a whole bunch of waiting around for the next bus or the next train, which is a little bit of a pain. But I did eventually get home, safe and sound. So that is my stories. And now we're here. And now I'm here trying to get back in the groove of things, get back into my daily routine. Because yeah, man, the whole disruption of the daily routine too. But now I'm just trying to slowly get back into it. Catch up on stuff that I missed. Like I did watch Food for the Soul that Saturday, despite the fact that, again, cheap hotel, so cheap Wi-Fi, so the Wi-Fi was super shitty. You could barely load anything, and like I kind of also felt bad for my friend because like he couldn't get any of his work done because the Wi-Fi was kind of terrible. But I was somehow able to load the episode, so I guess we can talk about that. Yeah, Food for the Soul. This week's episode is pretty fun. The eternal struggle of, yeah, sure, like, if you're a foodie, you eat a lot, but then if you eat a lot, you gain a lot of weight, and so, you know, the struggle with that. And the lesson of keep everything in moderation. There were a lot of fun scenes from that. My favorite scene was the one where Hitsuji, whatever you want to call her, freaking goes on her little drug trip, and it's just like, after the sauna bath, or the sauna cold bath combo, and she just goes on her little, like drug trip. That was hilarious. My friend didn't find it as hilarious as I did, but then again, I don't know. He's not really a slice of life guy anyway, so he's not watching it. I don't know if I necessarily recommend it to him. And like people who aren't slice of life people, like if you're interested in it and you watch slice of life like moe shows, I definitely recommend. Like I said my piece on it tons of times, but like Food for the Soul is definitely my favorite show this season, even considering Cinderella Grey. Like, Cinderella Grey still, don't get me wrong, really good. But, like, Food for the Soul, it just hits right into my soul. Jokes, but it just hits right, so. Food for the Soul is definitely good. Haven't watched Mono since I dropped it. I know, I was talking to my friend about it. It was like, he was a little bit surprised because he heard good things about Mono, but it just did not hit for me. And I talked my piece before, so I'm not going to get into that again. But yeah, Food for the Soul, good episode. Cinderella Grey I watched yesterday when I got back home. That was pretty intense. With the whole Oguri facing Simboldi Rudolph. Introductions to all the characters there, Tracing Academy, the future rivals. That was all good stuff. And once again, if you are not watching Cinderella Grey, I would highly recommend it because my god, it's peak sports anime for sure. Even it's not even like even discounting the whole Uma aspect of it, it's still a really good sports anime. That goes for season 2 too of Uma Musume. I wouldn't necessarily recommend season 1 or season 3 to be completely blunt, but like season 2 I think is legitimately one of the best sports anime out there, so highly, highly, highly recommend. And I think Cinderella Grey, I don't know if it's gonna ever reach that level, but it can get pretty close. It can get pretty, like, there ain't no pretty derby in the name, and there's a good reason why that is. It's definitely a lot more grittier, a lot more, the color scheme's a lot more, like, muted, I would say, than the original anime, but it's definitely one that I would highly recommend to people. Where the frick am I parking? I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that. I don't know about y'all, but this one's gonna be a tricky one. Okay, we'll try and get this one, but this might be a tricky parking spot, not gonna lie. Unless I can cheat. I highly doubt that I can cheat it. Like, you know what I'm thinking, right? Like, going around. I know, there's no way. I'm not even gonna try it. There's that clip I did, or there was the clip of me where it's like I tried doing something like that and it just invisible walled me, so I'm not even gonna try and do that. Okay. So let's back it up, back it up, back it up. But yeah, no, I'm still catching up on stuff. Like, there's the podcast I watch, and I know what you're thinking, watching a podcast, but no, it is actually available in video form. So I watched that. Good old Distractable. Shout out to my boys, the 3 Peens. I have caught up on that because there was an episode I missed on Friday, and there was an episode today, so I watched both of those already. My variety shows, my Korean variety shows, I watched I Live Alone, my show on Fridays. Oops, I skipped 2 songs. I didn't mean to do that. And then there's a few shows. So there's one show that actually just came out. It's technically the 4th season of it, but it is a show I honestly would highly recommend for people. It's called Adventure by ACen, and I want to say, I don't think it's available on Netflix, but like, if you want to find it, there are definitely ways of finding it, but I'd highly recommend it. It is in its core, it is a travel show. So it's about it's one of the cast members of I Live Alone, who's a webcomic artist. He's more known, I think, for his webcomic artists, but I think he also is pretty well known nowadays for his work in variety shows, Korean variety shows. His name is Kian84, Kian Paisa. But he is very quirky individual for sure. I think that's one of his charms. And so he kind of is traveling to different countries. So the first season starts off in... where does it start off on again? Hold on, let me do this real quick. Oh, it starts off in South America. So the first like he goes to South America. Second season in India. 3rd season is Madagascar, and the current 4th season he's traveling to Nepal. And he's not doing it alone. He's doing it with his friends, who, excuse me. The first season features this travel YouTuber, and all the season feature them, but like the first season starts off with him, a travel VTuber, Pani Bottle, and then his friend from I Live Alone, who's also an actor. And then from the second season on, there's the actor gets replaced by another sort of, I guess, like popular Korean variety star, whose name is Dex. That name may be familiar for those of you who watch Korean dating shows, because he was a cast member, I think, of like I Am Solo, or like Solo's Inferno, I think it might be. I don't, are those the same shows? I don't think those are the same shows. Solo's Inferno, I think that's the one that he was a cast member of. So this one, I'll do this one to finish it off. So he joins them for the 2nd season onward, and then I will say the actor does eventually join them, because I don't think he was available for the 2nd season, but he was there for the 3rd, and he is there for the 4th season. So it's all 4 of them traveling, doing shenanigans, in kind of parts of places that you wouldn't necessarily really see from travel shows. That's one of the biggest charms, is that you kind of see a little bit of the more not so much grittier side, but like kind of less commonly. It's not like, because when you think of travel shows, you think, oh, like it's just gonna be like the touristy spots, which is gonna highlight that kind of thing. But like no, they highlight kind of like real life people's like kind of experiences. Like for example, in the current season, like with Nepal, the first episode features Kian kind of shadowing the work of Sherpas, which, if those of you who don't know, are basically like the people, like they are the guides to help people like kind of go up mountains and stuff. But they're also people who kind of travel all across the country to help deliver goods by foot, and they do this by literally just carrying the heavy items on pretty much on their backs, on their necks, and like using their heads to support it. So it's crazy just kind of seeing that kind of stuff, that kind of work. How much money do I have? I might want to replace some of this stuff. How much money is that going to be? I don't know. I mean, I don't need, like, I know what y'all thinking. I don't need to replace it because it's only 10% wear and tear. But, like, I kind of like to do it, but I'll leave it. I'll leave it. Like, probably a good idea. I need to save up some money anyway. But yeah, it's basically like real, very, very, very real moments for sure. However real a Korean variety show can be, because I mean, let's be honest, there are some very scripted parts for sure. For some of those, even for like stuff like I Live Alone, which is more of an occupational, or not occupational, but like kind of like slice of lifey, like get into the life of the celebrities. There's still scripted moments for sure. But even with all that said, it's still very, very, very touching. There are some very touching moments for sure. I remember one is like in when he went to, I think it was India. Yeah, when he went to India, and this was, I think, one of the last days of the trip. So it was just him, just Kian. He went to a school for monks, like, and so it was like a school for like monks is young children. Like some of them were like 4 years old, like they were young kids. And he got to befriend them, and by the end, it was just like they were all like, "Oh my god," or like they were like, "Oh, we're gonna miss you so much," and they were like, it was kind of one of those emotional moments where like he was also like kind of lamenting the fact that he had to leave. He was like kind of saw them as like his own kid sort of thing. It was very touching. And like at the end, he painted, because he's an artist, so he painted some flags for them, and like I think he also helped with they also painted some flags as well, so they hung it up on their school, and it was very touching moment. Stuff like that is just, it's really nice to see, and one of the reasons why I enjoy watching the show. But yeah, all to say, I haven't caught up on that yet. I watched the first episode last week when it aired. Still haven't watched the second episode because I've been so busy. Honestly, sleeping. I took a huge fat nap today, trying to not catch up on sleep, but I'm just like, it's funny because I wasn't even depriving myself of that much sleep. Like I slept pretty well for the days that I was at the con. It was just like, I think it was just a general fatigue of being around so many people, plus walking around everywhere, not taking a break sort of thing. That's just like, and I think for those of y'all who have been to con, you kind of know what I'm talking about, where it's just like post-con fatigue and even post-con sickness. You know, you're around so many people that it's just like, it's kind of hard not to get sick. So I'm a little bit, I will say, I think I'm fine, but it's kind of too soon to tell, because again, those sicknesses can kind of go for a few days before they really show their symptoms. I will say my nose is a little stuffy, so I'm a little bit worried. I'm gonna take my vitamin C. I'm gonna take my preventive measures to make sure that I don't get sick, because my god, gonna be pretty busy next week too. So okay, context. I know last weekend I did not do any streams. Announcement: I'm probably not gonna do any streams this weekend either. Maybe I might do one on Friday, but Saturday, no go, definitely not Sunday, and honestly, maybe not even Monday too, or Tuesday next week, because my mom is coming over mainly to vote in the upcoming Korean election, because she's actually not a citizen of here. She's a Korean citizen, and so she's able to vote in sort of the expat way, I guess. But the closest election place is actually a suburb here in Chicago, and so she was like, "Oh, I'll just do that, and then I'll head over here, and we'll do Chicago stuff. We'll just like I'll stay over, and then the plan is apparently heading back home for the weekend, for the Memorial Weekend. Once that's done, and then I'll be back maybe around Tuesday, Wednesday-ish. We'll see. Depends on how things go. But yeah. So all that to say, announcement-wise, I will not be streaming on next weekend either. Which means that I'll probably be doing a little bit more streams this week just to kind of make up for that. So yes, definitely be doing a stream tomorrow. I think I mentioned it earlier, but I'll be doing some more, or not some more, some runs with the new character that got implemented in Gakuen Automaster, good old Hataya Mizuzu. I did pull for her, I did get her in relatively short amount of pulls, like 30 pulls. I think that's where I used up all my luck in terms of like not getting any of the panel prizes during the convention. Like, I think I used up all my luck pulling for Mizuzu, if I have to be honest. So yeah, Mizuzu is available. She has an interesting strategy, and I'll talk about this when I stream tomorrow, but she has a completely different strategy from the rest of the idols. She is an anomaly idol, so that is very similar to the likes of Senna and some of the campus mode versions of idols. I'm thinking also Temari, the free version that they gave away. But she's a different version. She's not like the flame version, or she's not like the star version. She's actually, I don't know what they call it. It's like, this song sucks. She's like the cold version of idol, which is kind of interesting, and it does kind of reflect around her. She's the nonbiri, which I think is like resting, or like, don't quote me on that. I don't know the exact translation, but nonbiri, like lazy, tired, not tired, no, rest, sleep, nap, something like that. But basically all to say that she's kind of like Reggie Ice, like no, not Reggie, what am I saying, Reggie Gas. Because there's that one Reggie, right, or Reggie form that has like that ability, like where you can't attack for the first few turns. I might not be remembering that correctly, but it's something like that, where it's like you can't attack. It's like a slow start thing where you can't attack in the first few turns, and then you have to wait until you can do your attacks. It's kind of similar to that from what I've been doing from my test runs. Yes, I have been doing a few runs already just because I want to do some runs, and I also can't be slacking too much because there's a current story event going on in that game. So we'll be doing those tomorrow. Wednesday, of course, I got my kickball, so I won't be doing a stream there. Thursday, we might continue back on the Chicory train, try and finish, maybe finish that game up. I don't know how long I have left in that game. It might be another 2 streams, so maybe we won't finish that. And then Friday, we'll see. Maybe get back into the Uma world, but that is something that I'll have to figure out. So I guess maybe I might actually then post a sketch. Well, I don't know. I don't want to finalize anything. Oh geez. I'm going very fast. Okay. But yeah, most definitely Gakumas on Tuesday, and most likely probably going to be a Thursday and Friday stream. So to make up for the fact that I'm not going to stream on the weekends. All right. But yeah. That's the future. That's the plan. Oh shoot, that reminds me, I have an interview on Wednesday that I have not even started preparing for. Shout out Sari. Man, these spam bot names, they just they're all in the pattern. They just gotta crank them out. That's how that works. Dude, I had a thought. Oh yeah, Wednesday. Hold on, what is my interview on? It's a panel interview. It's not the company that I'm like in the final stages of. It's a different company. Well, is it bad that I say I don't really care too? I mean, that is kind of counting my chickens before I hatch sort of thing. I can't guarantee that the final, like, just because I'm in the final round of interviews means that I'm gonna get the job. That's probably not the case. I still need to, I'm still a very bit wary about my status with that. It's a good sign, but like, I'm one of those people that's just like, I don't think, pessimistic isn't the right word, I think, or maybe it is, maybe I am pessimistic, but like, I like to think of myself as a realist, you know? It's just like, kind of set myself with lower expectations so that I don't get disappointed. I think a good example of that is when I was in college, like midterms and finals and stuff, like I'd always kind of get into the mindset that, oh, I did so horribly, oh, I don't think I did well. Because like if I think the opposite of where it's like, oh, I probably, I think I did pretty well, it's like, oh, I think I killed it. Like, and then I get the test results back and it's like, oh, you actually didn't do well. And then, oh, the expectations, and then just like the disappointment, and it's just like, oh man, and it's just like, but then if you set yourself up to where it's just, and I realize that this is kind of a little bit sad in a way, but like it's kind of helped me in some aspects of life where it's just like those situations where it's like, oh, if I just go into it thinking not so much bad expectations, but kind of keep those expectations low. You can kind of think about it in the sense of like with video games and stuff, where it's like, you know, don't hype yourself up for the newest release, otherwise your expectations are most likely probably never going to be met. It's always just kind of keep a cautious optimism in a way in those sorts of settings. But generally speaking, it's just like, yeah, it's just like if I keep that expectation, but it's like, oh, I not so much expect the worst. It's that phrase, right? Expect the worst and hope for the best. Because in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, you know, I still think I did well, or like, oh, I hope I got this job, but like, let's not have that as the expectation, because otherwise that's just going to set yourself up for disappointment. All to say, we'll see. We shall see what happens, and we shall see when that happens. Because I don't know. But here's hoping. But yeah, I do need to prepare for that, I guess, for next week. Or not next week, it's happening in Wednesday. Sometime on Wednesday. Is this the hole in the wall again? Are we back at the... No, this is different. Okay. We're somewhere. I saw that there's a photo spot. But I already took the photo, so I don't need to do the photo mode. But I'm curious about what this is. I mean, I know we're right smack dab in the middle of Utah, I think is where we are. By the way, this is a very long trip. Like, look, we're going all the way down to Corpus Christi. So this is most definitely going to be the last trip I do before I end the stream. So just keep expectations there. So probably going to be another hour before I end, maybe. But we'll see. Yeah, because I have 22 hours and 30 minutes before this trip ends, which is not. It's probably more likely going to be like. Maybe cut like a few hours from that because of how fast I'm driving, but even so, oh, I need to get gas. Stop yourself. Oh wait, maybe I should get gas somewhere else. That's a rest zone. Here's the gas. Let's just go here for gas. What do you mean wait, what do you mean calculating route? That's weird. 55 minutes. Okay, that's not too bad. I could do that. Oh, I have to accelerate myself. Although I will say, I did do a little bit of upgrades on this truck, so hopefully it's a little bit better with the acceleration. It does feel a little bit, it has felt a little bit better with acceleration, especially with some of the heavier loads, giggity. But I mean, it's still driving like a really heavy truck, so obviously acceleration is going to be a little slower, but it is a lot better than it was before for sure. So that's kind of nice. Oh, we're in Moab. Okay, wait, didn't we just pass through here? Did we just pass? Yeah, I think we went through here already. It's just going the same route again. The world's most happy cattle are in Wisconsin because that's home of the Dairyland. And I'm biased, but that's whenever, dude, do you have a number of those commercials for like California cheese and like California dairy? And it's like, oh yeah, this is the true California. And I was just thinking to myself, you mofo, yeah, I'll just say straight up, you motherfuckers. Like, just come on. It's like, California has so many things going for it. Y'all are like a big ass state. You got Los Angeles, you got the Bay Area, you got all these industries. Can't you just let Wisconsin have this one with like the whole milk dairy industry? Like, come on, like, can't be taking that from us. And so I was just like, nah, man, Wisconsin's where it's at with the dairy. I may be biased because like I grew up there and we're back at the hole in the rock, but like, Wisconsin, man. Wisconsin, man. Not Florida, man, but Wisconsin, man. We shall get some cheese. Just eat blocks of cheese. I can't say that I've done that before, but I've come close. Like, I've sliced little slices of Parmigiano Reggiano, which is my favorite cheese, and eat bowls. It's very good. I do love my cheese. I've mentioned it before, and it is evident from my chicory playthrough where they were like, "Hey, name your favorite food," and that ended up becoming my character's name. So my character's name is now Cheese, all capitals, by the way. Which I don't know if there's a way to enter lowercase letters in that game, but if there was, it's too late now. So it's whatever. Oh man, yeah, I am very out of my element. Oh. And I'm tired, so like, that doesn't help either. Oh boy, I hate these one-lane highways. When I want to pass them, it's like I can't. And like, look at all the cars, vehicles in front of me. It's like, how the heck am I gonna pass them? The answer is very illegally, because I'm not supposed to pass them right now, but also, screw the rules. This is a fictional game, and I can do whatever the hell I want. So let's see the actions of my consequences occurring right now. Please don't slow down. Thank you for stopping. I will pass you with my very illegal stop. With my very illegal passing. How damaged is my truck is surprisingly not that damaged for the amount of damage, or for the amount of air times I just got there. Oh, but I can't accelerate very well right now. Probably stop by a repair shop, the next repair shop I see. I don't wanna have to restart and go all the way back to where I probably was with the autosave. Oh, why is this so slow? Is this what happens? Wonder why it's so slow. Can't be the damage I took. Nah. Okay. Actually, we are close to the gas station. Let me get that straight up. Let me get that straightened out. How much time do they get? 69 hours. Nice. We're giving me 69 hours until we need to do this trip. I might... No, I won't. I was thinking I might do the strat of resting 2 times in a row. But like, that may not be the best idea. Also, why did I slow down so much? Are you going? Are you... Oh my god. You. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. Get it in the nice... NAF? NAF? Ah, I love getting gas from NAF. That's my favorite place to get the gas. Okay. Oof. Oh my god. Speaking of tired, and also speaking of tiredness and those general things, I think I'm just getting older, but like, my god, like, I had a pretty bad cramp from kickball on my upper leg, my upper thigh, that has still not gone away, which usually by now these things usually go away. I can't tell whether it's me getting older, or if it's the fact that I spent so much time between like between like walking around the convention center and standing, that it's probably just like not helping with the healing process. I think it's just that. I want to hope it's just that, and not the fact that I'm getting older. Surely not. But we'll see. We'll see in the next few days. I do need to stretch a lot more. Stretching helps. Stretching helps. Because otherwise, yeah, this is what happens when I didn't stretch. Like the one week I didn't stretch, and of course I get this like little cramp in my leg, and a little muscle strain. Otherwise, I'd be fine. the other weeks I've been fine, so it's like, it does prove stretching does help. My god, that was the most aggressive turn I've ever seen in my life. Or like the most aggressive lane change, if anybody just saw the bus in front of me. My goodness. This game, sometimes, I swear. Cortez, okay. Let me try and flag the next repair station just so I can get that all sorted up. Over here in Durango. Okay, we'll do that. And then I probably should rest too. Did I do the... I mean, I have enough hours left in my before they expect this delivery to where I probably could do the rest strat, the 2 times in a row rest strat. I am getting pretty tired too. I'm just like, I'm trying to think, because like if I do that, when is the only problem with that is if I end up doing that, it's a bit too late because it would then be, well, that would assume right now. So hey, I'm in Colorado. When's the checkpoint? 40 minutes. So like 3:30ish. So if I get there at 3:30 and if I do my double rest strat, I'd be waking up at like 11:30, which isn't the best. It's not the most ideal. So I'm just like, I don't know if that's a good idea. Is that dead pixel? Okay, is this a stain or a dead pixel? If it's a dead pixel, I'm very sad. No, it's a stain. Okay, thank God. Wait. I'm like, there's like this little... Cause I will say I do have a dead pixel on my monitor, but it is off to the side, and I actually can't even see it right now. Where is it? I don't know where it is. See, that's how... So I'm like, that's the only reason why I don't really care too much. But if I have one right at the smack dab on my center of my monitor here, I would be very sad. And I would not like that. Especially since this is a nice, big boy 32-inch curved monitor, so... I want as many pixels as I can to be not dead, if you know what I mean. Excuse me, thank you. 22%. Oh, okay, I can make do with 22% damage. I've been through worse. But yeah, ideally I'd like to stop by that rest station, but also the repair station. That's what it is. Repair, not the other one. Also, hydration break. Remember to hydrate. Oh, thank goodness I can bypass the nearest wait station. Oh, snoopsies. Where the hell? What? Where am I supposed to go? What is this road? What? This is the weirdest intersection road I've ever seen. Okay, we're fine. Excuse me, honk honk. We're good. Redwood gift shop. We're not in the Redwoods, what? Unless the city's called Redwood. I say the Redwoods are not in Colorado, they're all the way in California. I've been to them before. They're really majestic and beautiful. But they're probably not this area. I don't know about that. Pizza, Mazo. I love pizza. I love pizza. That's my favorite pizza. Man. I've been on my ice soup diet range because I've been spending so much money. But like, I still have some food left over. So it's not like I'm starving myself. But definitely eating less than the amazing dinners I've had the last few days. So my stomach's just like, where's my dinner? It's like, where's dinner? I'm starving. And that's why I'm just like, again, adjusting to normal life. But yeah, it's just, oh my god, I'm not looking forward. If y'all see the upcoming map, look at these roads. Oh boy, what are we getting ourselves into? Oh boy. Okay, I gotta slow the frick down. Even I gotta slow the frick down with some of these roads. Man, I hate driving like these roads in real life are just the worst though. Especially like these types of roads where it's like in the mountains and there's no... Why are we slowing down so much? Especially with no like rails or anything to protect you. Like that's scary. Like those are the most scariest. Like these aren't bad. Like this isn't bad. trying to like this kind of, well, even this isn't that bad either. I'm just talking about the ones where like the very precarious cliffs that don't have any protection. Those are the worst. And those are the scariest, I think, is a better way of putting it. Okay, well that wasn't too bad. I don't know why I thought this was... Oh wait, no, we're not done yet. No, yeah, that's not too bad. I've been through a lot worse mountain roads. Specifically here in this state, there's like 550 or whatever, or like the $1 Million Highway. That was the worst roads to drive through in this game. Because of all the curves and the topsy-turviness. Oh, speaking of which, here's one right now. Okay, we're good. Alright, Durango. Elevation 6,512 feet. My goodness, that's more than a mile. That's high up. I don't know what it's all... I don't know what that is in metric, but it's definitely a lot for sure. Okay, Durango. I actually know somebody who used to live in Durango, funny enough. I don't think they live there anymore though, but is a city that they live in. I heard that is a city that they lived in. Leave the loop, go this way. I think we're pretty close to the repair station, and I think it's still too early to rest, so I'm gonna hold off a little bit. And I know that's a bad idea because I'm about to hit very tired levels, but kind of need this. Kind of need to do this. Okay. Jam to the music. This music feels like it'd be more appropriate for like Euro Truck Simulator, to be honest. Like if you know what I mean. Oh. Okay. Where am I? Where's? Oh, it's right here. Oh, that's not too bad. That's pretty easy. Okay, stop. Did I stop right? I sure didn't. I sure didn't. Come on. Come on. There we go. Repair your truck, press 1. Okay, how bad is the damage? That's not too bad. Right? Probably. Okay. Get back on the road. Let me... My hazards are on. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. And turn off my hazards. That's not my hazards. That's my hazards. I think I just turned on my wipers. Oh boy, hold on a minute. I was like, I think I tied one of these buttons that I have on my wheel to like my wipers, which is weird, right? Because I don't actually ever really use my first-person mode. But I might as well for the realism, I guess. All right, back on the road we go. Home store. The blatant ripoff of the Home Depot. Home store. Alright, let me mark the next stop in our tour of rest zones. Preferably I'd like to go to one that I haven't gone to yet. Maybe this one. Really, only 47 minutes. That's a bit too soon. But then this one would probably be like what? Like either 47 minutes or 3. I think I kind of, as much as I don't want to, I think I kind of need to do the early rest, because otherwise I'm just going to absolutely screw myself, so I'll just go there. I'll just drive very, very slowly. We'll just drive very slowly. Very slowly. We'll follow the speed limit for the first time for the first time in this game. Take the exits. Where's the off ramp? Where's the leak, ma'am? Everybody loves SpongeBob. Everybody loves Crunchbill. Not feeling this one. Bloomfield Farmington. It accelerates. There we go. Yeah, at this point, I've run out of stuff. Are we heading to Mexico? I think that's the New Mexico sign. Yeah, we're leaving colorful Colorado, and now we're heading to New Mexico, Land of Enchantment. That's what it says there. Welcome to New Mexico, the Land of Enchantment. Hey, there's a guy standing right there taking a photo. That's pretty realistic. The photo, the selfie of the sign. That is fair. Fair play. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Not gonna lie, y'all. Well, I said I was gonna end the stream when I'm done with this one. This is a long-ass trip. I'm kind of tempted just to end pretty soon. Mainly because I'm hungry and tired. So if I end stream pretty soon, just a warning about that. But, because I'm still trying to recover from post-con content, post-con fatigue. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But it's still something that I'm. Oh yeah, it's still something I'm recovering from. Like the fact that I got home like early-ish yesterday. Alright, they should help a little bit. Okay. Oh, Bushnell, what are you doing? Bushnell. What kind of turn is that, Bushnell? Bush League, more like. Bush League. Trailer damage 1%. Trailer damage can go suck my... Can go suck. Can go suck. Yeah, I don't know. New Mexico loans. The cash you need from New Mexico. Obviously. Only people from New Mexico allowed, nobody else. Everybody else, stay away. Yeah, no, low-key, I think I'm gonna probably call it right here once I get to this rest stop. I know that's pretty short. I think it's only 2 hours, but we'll do some more streams later this week. So we'll catch up on more stuff. But I think I've done enough of my. I think I said all I need to say, all I want to say at least for the ACen catching up stuff. So I am looking forward to getting back in the swing of things, only to ruin that swing of things because I'm not going to be streaming this weekend. But at least we'll be doing a lot more. At least it won't be a week between streams, you know. That'll be a thing for sure. I hope. Wait, I don't need to repair. What am I doing? I was like going into this thinking I need to repair, but I just need to rest instead. Get myself up accordingly. Let me set myself up accordingly. Trying to. That should be good. Eh? Right? Really? Where's the rest? Where's the rest zone? Where am I need to go for rest? Where do I go for rest? Where can I rest? Anywhere? I think I missed it. What? I saw it pop up over there, so I was like, yeah, but like it wasn't lined up, so I didn't want to do it. But now I'm like, do I want to do it? But I kind of need to do it. But like, it's just I don't know. Does anybody know? Nope. Come on, pop up already. Pop up. Come on, get over there. Get over there. Get over there. Get over here. Is it over there? Am I just really stupid? Where? Yeah, I know I'm getting tired. I'm finding the freaking parking space. Oh, here's a story that well, not really a story, but kind of a funny thing. I didn't know, well, I'm sure y'all know Mint, good old Mint Phantom. I didn't know that she was gonna, well, she wasn't there for, like, ACen, but, like, she was there, you know, like, and she was actually at the panel that I was at, the Satomi Arai panel, because she tweeted out, on our account that she won one of the things. I think she won, like, the tissues, or, like, the body wipes, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. I think that actually was the prize that I could have gotten had I got my ticket called. I think she was sitting right behind me. Might have been sitting right behind me. Damn. Okay, that's crazy. But that's my mini story, I guess. Anyway, yeah, in the same room as Mint. Wasn't that crazy? Anyway, that's yeah. Like I said, I think that's gonna be all for me. Leave you off on that cliffhanger, but yeah, it's a nice little stream to get back into the swing of things. Time to catch up on stuff. Appreciate everybody for sticking around and watching. Again, there will be stream tomorrow. No streams this weekend because I kind of forgot until I was streaming today that there was the no stream thing. So I'll probably post that sometime later on the socials. But we will be we'll be doing more stuff tomorrow with Gakumas, so look forward to that. But until then, Shinichino the Penguin, thanks for the stream and for catching up. Thanks for joining. Hope to see you again future race, and yeah, I'll definitely, if you do some more streams, I'll definitely try and make it, but no guarantees if it's a weekend, I'll just say that. But anyway, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and yeah, see you all in the next stream. Have a good rest of your Monday. And yeah, hope to see you all tomorrow.